Bridget doesn't like the locks. We won't be doing this again, I guess.
Find a replacement.
Okay. If anybody would like to come back with me, just hit me up.
Welcome back to the Adventures of Happy Hours. In our last episode, we traveled through the Troy Federal Lock, which is Lock 1 on the New York State Canal System. Our journey this weekend is taking us through the canals and up through the Waterford flight of locks towards our final destination in Schenectady, New York. So going through the flight of locks is 5 locks. It takes about 20 minutes to pass each lock. So you're looking at about 2 hours total to go through the flight, and that's including travel between each of the locks. North of the Troy Federal Lock is the junction at Waterford, where you can travel either to the Erie Canal or go north to the Champlain Canal. Heading west on the Erie Canal will take you to the town of Waterford, where Lock E2 is located. The town of Waterford has a free municipal dock where you can stay up to 48 hours. If you need electric, it costs about $10 per day. There are bathroom facilities and also a shower. You can buy ice here, and within walking distance are some restaurants and shops. Entering Lock E2, first lock of the flight, just west of Waterford. Our trip through the Troy Federal Lock went without a hitch, but we were in for some surprises once we reached the flight. 9 boats coming in the lock. Matey likes the locks. I'm getting very excited. We got 9 boats coming in, all going to a party at Crescent Boat Club, which is between Lock 6 and 7, I believe. Alright, the doors are closing. Having this many boats in the locks will tend to slow down the operation a bit, so our 2-hour time frame might run a little long. It's a nice little park around here with these locks. And if you see over there the old locks in the distance. The Waterford flight, like most of the canal systems, have nice parks that you could walk through. There's places to barbecue, fish, walk the paths, and see some of the historic sites. The 5 locks of the Waterford flight raises watercraft 165 feet in just over a mile. This is the greatest lift in the shortest distance on any canal system in the world. So it seems like this lock is a little bit tighter, so boats are squeezing in a little bit more. Rafting up in the locks. You don't see that every day. We just want to check our line, make sure it's not getting bound up on the cable. So at the top of the cable in the lock, you have this bolt that secures it, and you need to be careful because our line got fouled on that. Bridget had a hard time untying it. When you get all the way up, it sort of gets locked in that channel there, so just be aware. You want to be able to just drop your line if you have to. Don't want it to get bound up. Always good to have a knife on hand in case you had to cut a line in an emergency. So that's my tip of the day. So literally a minute after I said you should have a knife, the people behind us, their line got fouled on the cable and they had to cut the line in an emergency. The boat was starting to tip over. Here you are, heading up to Lock 5 next. Just finished Lock 4. That's the last lock in the flight right there. It was a beautiful day, but it was a long, hard day going through the locks, and we were looking forward to get clear and be on our way.
cool echo. Check this out, like an old nest sitting on top of the cable. That's it. That's the last lock of the flight. There's actually 2 guard gates after Waterford, the Waterford flight. So you got to go through 2 of these. It's not a lock. They just they close it down and protect the locks, I guess. All right, so we're going through lock gate number 2, and they just opened it. So you have this waterfall coming down of raindrops. That's going to get the boat all wet and dirty because it's like muddy Hudson River water. So here we go, going through the rain, getting the boat wet. All little splotches of yuck. It's usually muddy, so I'll have a little brown spots on the boat.
Once we were clear of the flight, all the boats were itching to stretch their legs.
So, what do you think? What do you think of the locks?
Yeah, I'm done.
You're done with the locks, right?
I need a break.
So,
Not a big fan.
so not a big fan of the locks. So it looks like we won't be going to Lake Champlain next year.
We soon passed Crescent Boat Club, where all our lock buddies were stopping off for their weekend and their big party. Approaching Lock 7, the water looked stunning. It was like a mirror image of the blue sky with clouds, and in the distance is the spillway.
So Lock 7, we're in here by ourselves, and they're really opened up the valves. Look at all those bubbles. The other 6 locks we went through, they took our time. Not this one, we're all by ourselves, so we're moving fast. Almost home for the weekend.
This has got to be one of my favorite locks. As you're cresting over the top, the view is amazing. You have the spillway on one side and the mountains out in the distance. Since leaving the Hudson River, which is at sea level, we've raised the boat almost 200 feet to go through these 7 locks.
Bridget had a rough day.
You put me to work.
Yep, she had to grab a line a few times.
Oh, lines? Yeah, like 7 lines.
7 locks, 7 lines.
It was a rough day.
Rough day. Yeah. Bridget doesn't like the locks. We won't be doing this again, I guess. But we have to do it on Sunday,
Well,
7
unless
more
I can
times.
Find a replacement.
Oh, okay. Bridget, if anybody would like to come back with me, just hit me up.
The last leg of the journey is quite relaxing as we meander our way through the Erie Canal up to Schenectady, New York. Make sure you don't miss the waterfalls, and watch out for the countless kayakers and paddleboarders that you'll see on the river. After a long day, we finally reached our destination in Schenectady, New York, Mohawk Harbor Marina. We had a lot of fun planned for the next couple days, so stick around for our next video, and thanks for watching.